Talk talk, IUP, it's all talk. Hey, it's all talk. Work hard, it's all talk. It's all talk. What we do? It's all talk. Spread the word. It's all talk. Read all about it. Look, hawk talk, spread diversity. Gonna make it happen for the students, it's our destiny. This is how we better IUP and community. Hawk talk, bring the culture together, it's like community. Conclusively, we work together better as one. Let's make a change and do it big and get the mission done. It's Hawk talk, so make sure that you tell somebody. We gotta stay connected, educate everybody. It's Hawk talk. It's all talk. It's all talk. It's all talk. It's all talk. What we do? It's all talk. Educate everybody. It's all talk. Yeah, it's all talk.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our season finale of
Hawk Talk.
The first season is already done. Yo, I can't believe it. Thank you all so much for watching the show. Tyrone and I really appreciate it. We're going to keep on getting better, and we couldn't thank you, the viewers, enough for supporting us. Like usual, thank you for tuning in. We are very excited you're here, and of course, you won't be disappointed. We're your hosts. I'm Taylor Jones.
And I'm Tyrone Gilman. This show is about bringing the IUP student body together and to update you guys on events as we learn more about the organizations on campus and how you guys can get involved. And we listen to the students' opinions about the school, and we're curious what you guys have to say.
Today, this episode is about finals and how students should prepare themselves for it. We have Professor Kleinman on our show to give us some feedback, learn some tips on how we should all prepare, and we also talk to Donovan Daniel, the admissions counselor, as he tells us more about IUP. But before we jump into all of that, let's talk about the news and what's happening in America.
The Massachusetts Department of Correction put out this statement Wednesday after the former star Aaron Hernandez was found hanging from a bedsheet in his prison cell. At approximately 3:05 a.m., life-saving techniques were attempted on Mr. Hernandez as he was transported to the University of Massachusetts, Leominster, where he was pronounced dead at 4:07 a.m. by a physician at the hospital. Mr. Hernandez was in a single cell in a general population housing. He was found hanging by a bedsheet that he attached in his cell window. Mr. Hernandez also attempted to block his door from the inside by jamming the door with various items. The Massachusetts State Police are on the scene. The investigation continues.
By 2050, there will probably be more plastic in our oceans than fish. According to CNN, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a hotspot of marine waste, and it's a floating trash island that's the size of Russia. Researchers have found 750,000 microplastic pieces in the garbage patch. 8 million tons of plastic enter the marine environment each year. Plastic kills 1 million sea creatures a year. We have to get the situation under control. We can't keep having the marine life suffer from what we're doing, and we have to find solutions to use less plastic and save the earth.
That's all the news we have right now in America, but we're not done just yet.
Coming up next, we have Zach and Naja talk to Professor Kleinman and tips he can give students to get ready for finals. Stay tuned.
We're here with one of the communications professors, Dr. Steve Kleinman, and we're here to just get some advice about finals.
So, what's one thing a student does during finals, and what's one thing he should not do during finals?
Okay, so you're probably not going to like this advice, but the one thing that, one suggestion I have for any student during finals week is that they should have been paying attention all semester and keeping up with their readings all semester. Mm-hmm. So, not really a suggestion for finals week per se, but it's just for the semester. It's much more important. It's much easier to do well in your finals if you're just keeping up with the material all the way through. One thing not to do during finals week is, I would say, cramming that second before you get in. Right. The morning of your test, whatever, staying up all night and cramming that way doesn't normally help. You're not going to remember the stuff. It's not going to really sink in. You're just going to be more tired. So, be reasonable about what you really can get done if you've been procrastinating. Mm-hmm.
So as a professor, coming into the finals, so that students walk in, can you tell who's prepared and who's not about how they approach the final?
I don't really get to see a lot of times how students approach the final. I don't see what they've been doing beforehand. You definitely can't judge a book by its cover. You got You got people showing up looking like they've been up all night in their pajamas, like, you know, they haven't put too much thought into this until the night before, and, you know, that's not the case, and they do great. You got people that look like they're ready to go take on the world, confident, whatever, and they do terribly. So, I mean, you really can't judge. I see, one thing I do see is that students who come, who I know, if I know them, and I know them, they tend to do better. And what I mean by do I know them is, like, have they been participating in class? Have they come see me in office hours? Those students always do well. When I've got the students who come in who I'm like, I don't really know this student. We've never talked. He or she has never come and spoke to me. They never taught in class. I barely know who this person's name because they don't tend to do well. They're not actively engaged. So I see a high correlation between that. Of course, not always, but.
So the person that comes office hours talks to you about their grades and whoever needs help, most likely.
Yeah, not even like about grades, just someone who comes and talks, who speaks during class, who actively participates. It's obvious, you know, if you're participating, you're paying attention to some degree.
So you like suggest that, you know, they have communications with their professor throughout the whole semester.
Absolutely, absolutely. And here's another thing, just a little secret, not even a secret, but if a professor doesn't know you, if you've made no effort to go and see that professor during the year, when you did have questions, when you did have problems, seek them out for extra help, pay attention during class, speak during class, they'll know who you are. And when it comes time, if there is, hey, if you are on the, you know, the border between two grades and it's a little bit of a gray area and points, well, if I see that this person has been putting forth effort and trying and I know them, well, they're more likely to get that, you know, the benefit of the doubt. Then it's like, you know what? This person's right on the border. It could go either way, but I've never seen them. They haven't been trying. Well, you know, subconsciously, maybe they wouldn't get the same. So, yeah, get to know your professors.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Kleiman.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Y'all heard it here first. I'm Tyrone.
And I'm Zach.
And I'm Steve.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Welcome back. Since now we know what's going on in America, let's talk about what's happening in different countries around the world.
Is there a possibility of another war? At a North Korean press conference at the United Nations, they were warning America of a possible thermonuclear war. According to CNN, North Korea has been threatening the United States for a while. North Korea's UN ambassador condemned the U.S. naval buildup in the waters off the Korean peninsula and the U.S. missile attacks on Syria. All that is going on has created a dangerous situation in which thermonuclear war may break out at any moment on the peninsula and possesses a serious threat to world peace and security.
Nigeria is not on the list of countries affected by the U.S. government temporary travel bans, but several Nigerian citizens claim to have been denied entry since they were introduced. Real estate businessman Femi Omali traveled to Los Angeles on February 21st with a 2-year multiple entry visa. When he got to Los Angeles airport, an immigration officer approached him and said he had to take a biometric test to check whether he had a criminal offense. Olani told him he did not have any offenses. The officer later brought him paperwork to sign. Then he quickly withdrew the paperwork and put Omali in a cell for 4 days, and he took his phones so he wouldn't be able to have access to anyone. Omali was not the only Nigerian to be rejected at the U.S. border.
That's it for the news we have this week. Make sure to watch us again so you can keep up with the latest current events.
Up next, we have discussions with Amelia and Nasir and a couple of students on the IUP campus talking about how they're getting ready for finals. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, I'm Amelia.
And I'm Nasir.
And you're watching Hawk Talk. We all know that finals week is coming up, so today we're going to have a discussion about finals week with the crew. Let's have them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Miriam. I'm a floor director for Hawk Talk, and I'm a sophomore, a public health major.
My name is Darius Lottie. I'm a junior here at IUP, communications media major, and I'm the cameraman for Hawk Talk.
My name is Nigel Please. I'm a host, and I'm a com media major, and I'm a sophomore. I'm not a sophomore.
Hi, my name is Regis. I'm a freshman, and I do camera and discussions for Hawk Talk, and my major is comm media.
Cool. So, being so finals coming up, how are you guys feeling about finals? Like, are you guys excited? Ready for the semester to be over with?
Yeah, I'm just ready to go home.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty stressed. There's still some stuff I have to study for, but I think I have a good plan. I have it all planned out, so I think I'll be.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I really. No,
I only have one final, so you just.
Lucky
Must
you.
be nice.
You got papers to write?
I have a project.
I don't really have any exams or like paperwork. All of my work is like production work and video work, so I just want to crack down and make the best like movies I can make.
Glad y'all have stuff pertaining to y'all's major. I have 3 exams and then a presentation, so.
Yikes.
So what was you guys' hardest class this semester?
I didn't necessarily have like a really hard class this semester, but I had like the way my professor graded things was hard, and the way his class was set up was hard. So I guess that was hard.
You gonna pass though, right?
I dropped it, so.
Better than failing, right?
Well, mine was psychology. I'm still taking it now, but hopefully I'll pass the exam.
You got this. You got this.
I would say mine was advanced video, and it was only hard because like it was like about movies, and I'm just not like a movie person. Like I don't watch movies.
Jeff Waltman?
So yes,
Yeah,
that's who I have. I mean he's cool. I like him, but the class is a little difficult for me. But
I feel you.
I got this last assignment. We gotta make like a movie on our own, so I'm gonna do it.
I think mine's probably anthropology, which sucks that I have to take it, even though it's not my major, but counts for 2 credits, so I'd say it's worth it.
Get her done.
Yeah.
So, just like a little fun fact here, you guys know that like 7% of all college students, like from ages 18 to 22, use Adderall to study. How do you guys feel about using drugs to study?
I never used Adderall before. I did pull an all-nighter before, and I got all my work done, so I really can't speak on that.
Drug free?
Yes.
Yeah, drug-free zone over here. I don't do that stuff.
I never heard of it. Like, I didn't know that many people actually used it.
A lot of people actually use it. Like, it's just, it's getting kind of overwhelming.
I'm against it. My friend used it once, and he was pretty knocked out afterwards, so I'm not trying to do that. And I'm drug-free as well, so.
Drug-free zone.
Okay.
Okay, so what's you guys' favorite like studying method? Like, do we do tutoring with friends? Do we do note cards, tutors? What do you guys like to do?
I make note cards and like I make study guides, and also I feel like like having group study sessions and stuff, because you guys can collaborate on what you guys should do and all the things you need to cover.
I prefer to study like in a quiet area. I like to make note cards, and I just have to keep reading my whatever it is, my study guide or my note cards, just for me, just to get it in my brain, and that's what helped me remember what I need to remember for the exams.
No cards don't work for me. I usually go on YouTube. I YouTube a lot of stuff because the type of classes I had was like memorizing stuff. So YouTube works.
YouTube is like the second guide. Like, it can teach you how to do literally anything.
Yeah. YouTube and Google.
Yeah. Right. Speaking about YouTube, since YouTube is like, you know, like gives everybody like what they need to do, like what they need to know. What is some advice that you would give students trying to study for finals, or like trying to pass finals, or like just dealing with stress of finals during this last 2 weeks of harsh, you know, time?
Start studying early.
Yeah,
Don't try to do it all at once.
Just like don't overwhelm yourself. Like you could study for like an hour and just make sure you like taking breaks and eating, and also just basically
I would say also be sure of what you have to study, because you could be studying like a whole topic that you didn't have to, and you've wasted all your time on it. So
yeah, you're right.
Be sure everything you have to cover before you start studying.
Yeah, if there's a class you're falling behind in, or like for my anthropology, for example, I've been doing pretty poorly on most of the tests. But she told me to look back on my other tests and see if there's like a pattern. Maybe I'm doing bad on the true and false. Maybe it's the multiple choice, and see if I could improve on that sort of stuff too.
So,
Well,
that was Hawk Talk discussions about finals with our Hawk Talk team today. I hope you guys have a good time and have a nice day.
Hey Hawk Talk, today we are here with Donovan Daniel, the admissions counselor here at IUP. How are you, Donovan?
I'm doing excellent. How you
That's
doing?
good. I'm doing great. It's a nice day out and it's a good day to interview you.
All right, right. So, Donovan, can you tell us why people should come and attend IUP?
That's a good question. So, twofold answer. I was a student here at IUP. Came to school here in 2005 and studied physical education and sport. And I also studied my master's here in 2013. The reason why I came to IUP, high school sweetheart.
Okay.
Don't celebrate that just yet, because we broke up freshman year.
Not freshman year, all right.
So, that wasn't necessarily the best reason to pick IUP, but that's how I discovered it.
Right.
In my time kind of getting over that, I recognized all the amazing things going on this campus, the opportunities for a lot of different majors. I changed majors twice, so knowing there's 130 majors here was good because I had some flexibility.
Yes.
A lot of resources available for minority students, which I didn't realize I needed until I got here, and realized that there wasn't many people who looked like me on the campus.
Oh, yes.
So it's cool to see resources, and nowadays good to see somebody like Hawk Talk or on the airwaves talk about those topics. And so I think IUP has a lot of good things like that, but I didn't realize that when I first came. I kind of realized that on the back end. So why students should come on the second part of it is, a lot of opportunities, 130 plus programs at the undergraduate level. At the grad level, there's like 50 choices, and you can actually choose between 13 different doctoral programs at IUP. A lot of people don't know that. So you're getting a D1 education at a D2 price.
That's good. So Donovan, what made you want to become an admissions counselor?
I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't. It's a random story.
Oh, okay.
I was serving as a youth pastor in town, and was really loving working with teenagers. And this opportunity became available. My supervisor reached out to me and said they were looking for someone. And after reflecting on it, while it wasn't like a life goal or wasn't a career plan, it just really fit because I was already working with teens. I was already helping them spiritually develop, and now I just get to add to that and help them academically develop.
Yes.
So my goal, though it's not necessarily a mission statement for the admissions office, is to not help people get to IUP, which is normally what we do in this office, but to help them get through IUP.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Okay, and how can people gain admission?
Good question. Good question. So, they could be like you two. I mean, you guys got here, and that's one way to get admission, and so did I. But the official answer is, if you want to get admission to the school, you have to turn in your application, which you can do online, and you can find it on our website, or you can do a paper app. You have to have your high school's transcripts, at least for your junior year. Cumulative GPA is important. You have to have your SAT scores.
That's true.
And then you have to pay your app fee, which is $25.
Oh, okay,
It used to be $50, but we lowered it to $25.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, reasonable. That is. So, what would you say to parents that have kids that want to come to IUP? Because some parents think that IUP is a party school.
I love this conversation.
Okay.
I think every school you go to, if you were to ask students and not staff members, hey, is there parties available here? They're going to say yes. And every weekend on every college campus, there is an opportunity to party. Every campus. There's not one. I don't care how academically sound they are. Ivy League to community college, there is an opportunity to do that. College, ultimately, for any parent, if I'm talking to them, I'm going to say college is what you make it. If your student has that in their heart and that's what they want to do all the time, then that's what they're going to do, and they won't be here very long. So I don't think IUP is a party school. I think it's a school where one can party.
I'll just come on that. I feel as though people party because around this area is not a lot to do for our age. So you know what I'm saying? Like if we were more like a city base, it's some more entertainment places. I mean, I know it's the movie theater, that's probably a place, but it's not updated from what we know. So I'm just speaking on that sense. I feel as though if it was just more things to do where people can actually go out and not just think, oh, well, the party is the only thing.
I wish there was a roller skate and something for us, fun to go do.
So I like that. I'm going to challenge you, though.
Okay.
Y'all don't mind being challenged.
Oh, no.
So I would agree that there's not much to do. However, you all are the largest consumer body in Indiana County. You have a lot of power. So I think if there's something that we're saying is lacking, because you spend all this money when you're here. Maybe you don't feel like you spend a lot of money, but the town changes dramatically when students are in session. I think you guys got to start asking for stuff and demanding it.
That's very
And
Yeah.
why not start your own businesses? I'll be honest, I'm looking like I need a haircut right now. I think we could use a barbershop in town.
That would be nice. Yeah, that would be nice.
But what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna start it myself.
Okay, yeah.
Because I don't see anybody doing that.
You right.
So maybe you all can start a student skating rink, do a GoFundMe.
I was
Why not?
scared. I was thinking that. I'm like, I can see roll bells, 18-year-old coming down the IUP.
That would be really nice.
A lot of people, if they had like that excitement or that like that place that they would just want to automatically go, they wouldn't necessarily just think, oh yeah, the party is the only type of fun.
They're gonna be like, oh, let's go roller skating. Let's go there.
Right. Create another avenue for these people to go to.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It'll like make them think, you know, not just have that one mindset.
Audience Talk going to do a fundraiser next semester.
Y'all ready for us? Y'all know how we do.
Yes, right. It's gonna happen.
It's already said now.
Yeah.
What's going to be done?
Right.
But do you consider IUP a safe environment for the IUP students?
I think it is a safe environment. But I think it's also a relative question, right?
Yes.
So I perceive it as safe, but I'm now a 30-year-old married person who works in the community, who's lived here a while, knows how to navigate it. If you're a freshman student here, you may not always perceive it as safe.
Right.
And there's a couple things that go into that. If you don't see people who look like you around,
yes,
you may not feel safe.
That's right.
It doesn't necessarily mean you're threatened, but it's not familiar.
It would be nice to have like people like you around.
And so we're trying our best in enrollment management. You know, you have myself here. I'm the multicultural recruiter, Irvin Rivera. He's our Latino recruiter. He's bringing in a lot of students. Our Latino numbers have grown every year since he's been here 4 years ago. I'm new, so I can't really talk about my numbers. But I hope they're good. So I think the more times we see people who look like us, that's going to help. And I think if we get better at having conversations, which I don't keep meaning to mention Hawk Talk, but if we get better at having these conversations, then I think people will perceive that they're safer. Because I'm able to talk and walk with anybody around campus now, but that's after years of growing and developing and learning how to connect with people even if they're different.
And I feel like I'm happy that we're doing this because a lot of times people are having like the inside conversations, but who are actually talking to like the faculty and seeing what are the new things that you guys are doing.
No question.
So that's what we appreciate.
Yes. So is there any academic advice you could give to the students here?
Ooh, use the resources available.
Yes.
When I was here, the Writing Center was still around. Never went to it. And I would always lose points because I wasn't doing something as simple as using a free resource.
Right.
I would rather the Writing Center mark my paper up, and this is what I would say to any student, than for the faculty member to mark my paper up. So you got a free editor.
That's
You know, now I got my wife. She tears up everything I write. I'll be writing a sermon or something, and I let her see it. She'll wear it out, and then I know it's ready to go once I do my changes. So I just think getting a fresh pair of eyes. I think also finding a tutor for all your classes, even if you're not struggling. Even the classes you're getting B's in, those are opportunities for A's.
Right.
I'll have to come now. I know the Writing Center, that is a very good resource, but a lot of times there's not tutors for a lot of the the subjects in the classes that we had, because I had history 197, a lot of what's the other class? It's the computer class I had. There wasn't no tutor for it, and he was like, "Well, just go get the help from me. Go seek the help from your professor." And a lot of times he would be leaving, and he wasn't the nicest person to go seek help for. So a lot of times it's either you trying to rely on your friends to help you, or you just back to point one, which is yourself. So it's like, is there more resources coming? Is there more things coming where we can actually depend on, and not where we're just so independently, just on ourselves and trying to figure it out?
I think you all, and not that we're a huge age gap, but you all are part of the generation that gets it done, right? And so when that problem presents itself, certainly the university has to do a better job, and I think providing tutors for other classes is a good thing. It's hard though, because advising and testing and other offices like that want to provide the tutors, when they put out the calls for it, they don't always get them.
I heard that as well.
But what we could do to combat that is maybe go into that department's office. It may not be your major, but let's say it's an elective or something, or it's a liberal studies requirement. I would go to that department and see if you could find a senior who's already taken the course, who's not signed up to be a tutor, but could help. So in that history class, there's got to be a history major who successfully got through that, or they wouldn't be a junior or sophomore, whatever it is. Maybe reach out that way, be unofficially a tutor, but see, hey, you know, is there any way I can slide you a couple of dollars, or can I guest pass you in real quick a couple of times, and can you help me out? And maybe that'll be a resource.
That's a good.
So some resources aren't really advertised, but they're good.
And you have any advice for people that's taking the finals right now?
Yes.
Relax.
Relax.
That's the biggest thing. I think that we get a lot of test anxiety. We were just talking before the recording today about SATs and how people struggle on that. And it's not that they're not intelligent, they're just stressing.
Yes.
And, you know, I studied psychosocial implications of health and fitness during my exercise science degree. And that's a bunch of big words for how the mind and how the body and how the personality adapts to exercise. One of the things I learned was if you go running before you take a test or before you do anything, your visual acuity increases significantly. Like your ability to see.
Start running.
Okay, so we're relaxing, exercising before your test. That's the last thing you're thinking of. But go to the gym and get your swole.
Oh yeah, I keep the gym.
You know, I need to get in there a little more. All of us might use a little more. But like if you're exercising, it really helps because you can see the materials in the paper better. I struggle with vision myself, so doing some cardio before an exam can help. But just relax.
Okay,
You know, there's so many different ways in which you can do that. Some people might just, you know, meditate. I think I talked about it on an earlier episode. Some people pray. Right? There's definitely some churches around, and being Christian, I naturally go that route. I always try to get myself close to God, but I mean, everybody has a different way of doing it. So just find a way to relax, and I think it will really help.
Okay.
Hope you guys heard that loud and clear. Just relax.
Just relax.
It's gonna be okay.
Aaron Rodgers, RELAX.
Well, thank you so much, Donovan, for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
So much.
It was really fun. All right, Hawk Talk. You heard it from him. You heard it from us. We'll see you later. Hey everyone, this part of the show is called Do's
And Don'ts.
Things You Should Do.
And things you shouldn't do.
A do is, if you're overwhelmed, go to the counseling center. They're open Mondays through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
A don't is, if you're feeling overwhelmed, to not seek out help or find other resources.
A do is, if you're studying or doing your homework and someone calls you, simply put your phone on silent and turn it upside down so you can focus back on your studies.
A don't is to not turn off your phone and put all distractions away to keep you from staying focused.
A do is during finals is just to take a break and relax.
A don't is to be so overloaded with studies and to not find time to take a break.
A do is to get a couple of friends together so you guys can work on your homework and start studying.
A don't is that if you have a study group, to keep each other from being distracted. Always choose the right friends to study with.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ms. Banks, and I'm here to tell you about some upcoming events that will be happening at IUP. Do you like food on the grill? Well, there will be an end-of-the-year cookout Sunday, April 30th from 12 to 4 p.m. There will be games, rides, music, activities, and of course, food. It's almost time for the summer break, and some of us are all ready to go back home. If you're not ready to go, there's a transitioning from college life to living back home counseling centers workshops on Wednesday, May 3rd from 8 to 9 a.m. There's a Netflix and chill event in the Hub Ohio Room at 7 p.m. with free snacks. The movie that we're playing is Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Friday, May 5th is when classes end and there will be final studies break from 3 to 7 p.m. in the Hub Ohio Room. There will be free massages, coffee, snacks, and more. Final exams begin May 8th through May 11th. I hope you all study real hard and good luck. Well, that's all for the upcoming events I have all for you. I hope you paid attention to all the tips and tricks to making sure that you do great on your finals. Thank you for tuning in to Hawk Talk. Have a great summer and we'll see you next semester.
Hawk Talk, spread diversity. Gonna make it happen for the students. It's our destiny. This is how we better IUP and community. Hawk Talk, bring the culture together. It's like community. Conclusively, we work together better as one. Let's make a change and do it big and get the mission done. It's Hawk Talk, so make sure that you tell somebody. We gotta stay connected, educate everybody. Talk talk. Talk talk. Talk talk. Talk talk. Talk talk. Talk talk.